Well, Nick, you know, one place I wouldn't want to be living right now?
Ooh, where's that?
North Carolina.
North Carolina.
Yeah, here in States.
Not to offend people, but I don't even know much about North Carolina at all.
Well, there's one thing that's going on for sure, and I've seen a video of it, Nick.
Is it the Mothman?
He's been sighted.
He's back. He is back.
He has been sighted, Nick. It's kind of crazy, really. There's a video that this is compliments to Jeremy, by the way.
Okay.
He sent me this video, and because, you know, we did a pretty in-depth coverage of the Mothman. And we even talked about all the different spots. We talked about the Mothman a couple of weeks ago, too. But
yeah,
he sent me this video of this guy. I can't remember what his name is. You'll see it because I got the video.
Oh my God. Am I going to see a video of the Mothman?
Yes.
What?
Yep.
He is so popular and famous right now. I cannot wait.
You've always wanted to see the celebrity, Nick.
Yeah.
I've got this. We're going to hope Riverside loves us enough to do this video. I saved it inside the Riverside dashboard here.
Oh, well, it's fickle. It's a fickle mystery.
It really is. But let me see if this plays. I want to get your opinion on it.
After 59 years, Mothman has finally been caught on camera. And I'm going to show you. At least a lot of people are claiming this is, in fact, the elusive Mothman, and which first was spotted nearly 60 years ago in Point Pleasant, West Virginia. Here's a little something you might not know. Since the original Mothman sighting in the 1960s, there have been dozens of Mothman sightings across the Appalachia and beyond. Everywhere from Arkansas to Cades Cove and the Smoky Mountains, pretty much everywhere. Mothman-type creatures who people report being 7 to 8 feet tall, and some comparable to that of a toddler or small child. Watch what this person captured on their camera as they were cruising through the Appalachian back roads, and this winged creature crosses the road. Check it out. Let me know in the comments what you think. Have a great day. God bless.
Oh, perfect.
Oh, yeah. This is pretty. Oh. Oh, yeah, something happened there. Oh, yeah.
What do you think of that?
A lot of weird shock noises here. Oh, that's crazy.
Ain't that crazy looking?
Yeah. I can safely say I've not seen something like that before.
I have not seen anything like that before.
No. Definitely had wings. I'm sure of it.
Yeah, the wings, here's the thing is it was a large like that.
Yeah.
That right there, that's a big boy.
Yeah, that looked like at least the size of the width of a truck.
Oh, for sure.
Nothing else. Actually, I think it stretched almost all the way across the road, really.
For sure. 100%.
Man, that's crazy. So when was this?
That's the thing. The only information I can find adequately is just what he posted.
Right.
But the only thing that I could think is that would have to be like a dash cam.
Yeah, and they've not been around super long, or not common anyway.
Not common, yeah. I mean, not the stand. I think this is a newer North Carolina sighting. I think it's, you know what? Let me just do a Google search here. North Carolina Mothman sighting. Let's just see what pops up.
6,000 hits.
See, they only want to talk about the Point Pleasant. They aren't talking about the new stuff. Mothman sightings in North Carolina 2024.
Okay. Well, that's pretty recent.
Possible Mothman sightings in Iredell, North Carolina, October 2022. Let's go to the old Wikipedia.
So it sounds like he's been hanging out there a little bit anyway.
Yeah, man, North Carolina, you might want to move.
Yeah, well, I mean, this brings us to the next thing. What's going to happen there now? Because he always shows up before something bad.
That's facts right there. I don't know. I look at some of this stuff and I think to myself, you know, if there's been one thing I'll say from this last investigation, Nick, is my mind has been swayed off of a lot of things that I thought I knew all too well.
Yeah, I've got to admit the same thing too. I'm coming over a little bit on some orbs, and you know how many times I've made fun of orbs
Yes.
in the past.
Me too.
I can safely say, and I've been telling everyone this, I said, um, I'm kind of a believer on the ghosts and definitely am on the monsters thing, although I think those could be undiscovered creatures. I mean, that's how everything starts out. Every cryptid is just a creature that's not been found yet.
Correct.
But I've been telling people, I said, well, when we were going to the Hinsdale, like, I was expecting to have a fun time because it's spooky and, I like skulking around in the dark because I'm a weirdo like that. But I didn't think we'd really, like, I guess I wanted to believe, but I didn't really believe.
Mm-hmm.
And then I came back after that one night and I'm like, I can't really claim that this stuff isn't very, very possible anymore. Like, there's stuff to this. I don't think it's as common as people think, but my mind's been changed.
It gives you a different perspective when you see stuff like that. So like a prime example, like
Right.
that Mothman thing we just watched, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
People will say, man, it's another low grade video of something. Here's one thing that we really kind of put the nail in the coffin of when, especially
Right.
with the Hinsdale house and the Wildwood, when it's dark, if infrared is not on, video quality sucks.
Oh yeah. It's bad. Like, and I mean, you and I particular, like we've got, well, I mean, let's say non-investigation cameras, like between us, we still probably have like, what, maybe 20 non-investigation cameras of all different brands and stuff like that.
Probably.
If your lighting isn't spot on, it's terrible. In fact, if I turn off these lights here, because no one can see this, but I've got tube light, panel light, and in the background behind me, what you can see is I've got sort of a lamp and little aura lamp. Like if I turn all this off, or if I even turn 50% of it off, it starts to pixelate. And this is a 4K camera.
Right. Like
so,
with me, I'm sitting on 4 lights right now, but like even losing one light, like if I turn this off, look at what happened. Big difference, night and day.
Now I can't see on the actual recording, but on Riverside, it's already artifacting on the edges.
Oh yeah. But when you throw that one extra light back on, boom, we're back in business. And that's just a side light.
Right. Exactly. Like if you're depending on just your headlights.
Right.
On a dash cam at night on what looked like a country road.
Yes.
It's not going to be good. I know people who have driven and had dash cams like spot deer. You can't tell what they are until you're right on them a lot.
Oh yeah. For sure. 100%. Now here's the question. Yeah. You see something like that go across the road.
Right.
You gonna keep going down that path, Nick?
I'm stopping.
Oh, Bert's stopping. Gonna be like, nope, don't know what that was, but I'm going back where it came from.
Oh, no. I mean, I'm stopping where it went across and I'm looking.
Oh, that's
crazy. What I mean.
See, this is why I'm going to be taking applications for new co-hosts in the events that something happens to Nick, because he's got like a death wish or something.
No, I love life. Here's the thing though, is you've heard that old saying, curiosity killed the cat.
Yeah, for sure.
I would find it hard to live with not trying to find out what I just saw.
Right? Bert would find it real easy.
Nah. It would bother you over the years. No. But I'll tell you, there's a second part to that saying. Curiosity killed the cat, but satisfaction brought it back.
Oh, man.
Like, think about it, though. You are a paranormal show host.
Professional
show host. Professional. Except in terms of if it costs more to film somewhere if you're a professional.
That is true. And then not
amateur in that case.
Amateur.
But like you spend 100 hours a week working on 2 paranormal shows and other stuff.
Right.
And you're really telling me that you get in a situation where
Mhm.
you could absolutely know for sure
Yeah.
that a cryptid exists,
Mhm.
and you take off down the road and you don't look into it or anything like that, you cannot tell me, maybe not right away, maybe like 5 years from then, you're going to be like, damn it, I had the opportunity of a lifetime.
Well, hold on. Let me think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could totally live with myself 100%.
What?
Yeah.
Really? No,
Listen,
I'd be like, darn it.
if I'm a reputable podcast company, I have to be alive to keep producing the shows, Nick.
Well, that's true. Well, I mean, you're just assuming that you're more fragile than you are.
The only dumb thing that I'm going to be doing, and you and I have talked
Traveling
about this.
with me.
I mean, that has a little danger to it, Nick. A little danger.
Mm-hmm.
Starting in January, I'm starting to look at different haunted locations. And trying to help individuals and or families that are dealing with hauntings. And I'm going to create a series around that. I got a whole new channel that's going to be established. We're going to be using some hardware that I'm going to be trying to build, as well as stuff that's on the market already.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to be trying to help those families with hauntings that maybe, I remember what it's like to be young and kind of dealing with, I wouldn't say hauntings, but houses that had questionable things that was going on and how scary that would be. It's funny because you and I was looking at a location. I'm not going to drop the name of it just yet. But one of the things is on the website, it says you can't bring in mirrors. And
I was a little curious about that. I mean, I know the lore behind mirrors.
Yep. And the lore is what they believe is there. But when I was a kid, do you know what scared me almost the most in the house? And what I thought I saw things in all the time was a
Mirrors
in the house, a specific mirror.
Was it an old mirror?
No, it was on a wardrobe of all things.
Okay. Have you've heard about what happens when you face two mirrors face to face, right?
It creates a portal.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And I wonder if that's what they're trying to avoid, because it specifically says later on, no attempting to open portals.
Yeah, for sure. Yep.
So they're definitely anti-portal, anti-demon.
Well, they say when you cleanse a house, you're supposed to cleanse every mirror.
Right.
In the house. You close the quote unquote portal with the actual mirrors in the homes. Each one gets their own individual, hey, we're not going to allow this to advance kind of deal.
Right. I wonder if I took, so it wouldn't work with regular mirrors. Okay.
It does.
No, what I'm proposing won't.
Oh, I got you. I'm following you. Okay.
So regular mirrors, you can put 2 face-to-face or 4 face-to-face. But beyond that, you can't put any more because they'd be behind each other.
Yeah.
What if I got 1,000 or maybe not even 1,000, let's be more realistic, like 500 two-way mirrors to face them all into each other? Could I do a mega portal?
Isn't that what a fun house is, Nick?
Well, no. These are like, these two mirrors see each other.
Yeah.
But the ones behind it can see each other.
Right.
And it's sort of like a giant chained battery.
Right.
Do you think that would be bad?
Yeah. So the applications for the co-host, when he opens up this portal of whatever's coming with the 3-eye atlas that is supposedly bringing demons and retribution and all that stuff. When we're doing our, what do they call that? The rapture, which many people believes is going to be happening with these 3-eye atlas.
Every 2 weeks, it seems. Every 2 weeks is the rapture.
Well, now they're saying 3-eye atlas could be potentially bringing a rapture also.
Yeah. I mean, you've heard that there was like 2 rescheduled raptures already, right?
Oh yeah. We missed one in our last podcast, Nick.
I know. It's so hard to keep up with all the raptures.
It's crazy.
But some people's in North America is taking it real seriously. Like you heard that a whole school moved the kids outside so they wouldn't get caught on the ceilings.
Yeah, I would hate that myself.
I'm not a rapturologist. but I feel like
you're also not a raptorologist.
Yeah, I'm not a raptorologist either.
Yeah.
But although I was quite into those when I was a kid. Anyway, that's besides the point.
He digresses.
I digress. Like I would think if you start lifting up, like a roof isn't going to stop you. I don't think it's like
Yeah.
like you're going to get caught on a branch and get left behind or something.
Could you imagine?
You know?
Damn it, Johnny! I missed the rapture because that damn ceiling again.
Yeah, I know. Wouldn't that be awful though?
That would be horrible,
if it
man.
really happened and you happened to be inside and you just got stuck on the ceiling for a half hour.
I tell you what, if that occurred, I wouldn't make it if there was another rapture because I'd be cussing up a storm. They'd be like, we're not letting this heathen up here.
Did you ever see that movie? What was it called? This Is the End?
This is the end. I don't know. I don't think so.
It was an end of the world movie where they had a huge cast of famous actors and singers and stuff like that. And they were all at a party and they're all playing themselves or versions of themselves.
Mm-hmm.
So like Michael Cera was there. Emma Watson was there. DeFranco, I can't remember what his name is. The one people don't like anymore was there.
Oh, yeah.
Seth Rogen. Like all these guys, Jay Baruchel, which you might not remember, but he was pretty big in Canada. So they were all there and the rapture happens and they're all kind of awful. So none of the celebrities are raptured, but the world's ending. And at one point, one guy does a selfless act.
Mm-hmm.
So the beam of light comes down on him and starts to lift him up. And he's like, I made it. I'm being raptured. And then he's like, F you guys. And all of a sudden the light shuts off and he goes back down. That would be you in that scenario.
That would totally be me. Story of my life, Nick. Always a bridesmaid, never a bride.
Yeah. But
interesting
stuff.
Speaking of 3-Eye Atlas, since we're on the topic anyway, I mean, we already ventured into this territory on the whole rapture thing.
Yeah.
That thing is it's a little weird. The more and more we get closer to it, the weirder it gets. Have you looked at any of this new stuff?
I watched an interview on a show on YouTube of a new guy that like they're not always interviewing Avi Loeb about this.
Yeah.
And he said some things are normal. In fact, the last one that came through had some of these things going. But there's other things that we just cannot scientifically explain. In fact, it's the opposite of what we see in our understanding.
Right.
So, but I think you have something specific in mind.
Well, there's a lot of different things that I'm seeing people talking about because, of course, it just went by Mars recently.
Right.
And, here in the States, we've got NASA. NASA's been, quote unquote, shut down with all the government shutdown stuff. What's interesting is, about the worst possible time for NASA to shut down.
Yeah, I know. Really? Like
the weird thing that, and, I never really thought about this, and all the time that we've talked about it anyway, is there's always the compounds that's found inside of, we're talking literally about when we look at asteroids, almost all of them have that tail. And they're almost always green.
Right.
And
that is one of the things I was specifically in that interview.
Oh, the green was? What did they say in that interview?
Well, they said that it at one point in the observation, it was green like other ones, but it's changed colors, which they've never seen that happen before.
It changed to what? Like an off green?
No, into another color entirely. I had thought they had said like it started like they don't normally see these things changing colors at all. I had thought it changed to green, but you're saying green's the normal color, so I must have got it backwards.
Yeah. So what happens is the compounds that's typically used, and I'm just double checking to make sure that I get the two compounds correct. Let me type this in here. So one other thing that's super interesting, and someone else brought this up in one of the things that I saw, was that remember the old wow signal that we found in whatever it was, like 19 freaking 70s or something, I think.
I think it was, I'm going to make a guess because this date's sticking out in my mind, but 76 is what I'm thinking. Hold on. I
think
gotta
you're
double
right.
check that. I don't. It was so close.
77?
77. Yep, August 15th, 77. 72 seconds it lasted.
Well, what's interesting is the reason that they looked at that signal and it was so vastly different was because there was a compound that's found inside of that wow signal. So the two metal compounds that's typically found is nickel and iron. In nature, they're always together. They're never separate.
Right. Yeah, they've been saying that since the early days of this now.
Correct. And it's always usually a 1-for-1 ratio. Like it's not even like half of one. Like it's literally 1-for-1. The interesting thing about this comet is it is giving off high nickel composite, no iron composite, which makes no sense.
Right.
Now, the interesting thing is when you look at the green color, the typically what causes those asteroids to have like a green tinge is the iron.
Oh, okay.
So the fact that there's no iron, yet it's still holding this green color does not make sense.
Yeah, I'm going to double check it, but I'm pretty sure they were saying that it has been changing colors. Oh, okay. There might be explanations for this, but it was originally red and it's changed to green.
That's interesting. Because I know
they theorize it's because it's approaching the sun.
Yes. So, and that's what happens because my understanding is with my limited professional podcast, unless I'm trying to run a house in which I'm an amateur, I'm trying to use my limited knowledge in this. My understanding is the sun causes the ultraviolet. It basically messes with the molecule that gives it its green tinge, if I remember correctly.
Right.
But there has to be the mixture of the iron to cause that also. The other interesting thing about this comet is the front end of it is illuminated, which is not common.
Yeah, that's unusual too.
Yes. And what they're saying is like it's a bright illumination. And that's not typically seen. And then, of course, the shape. The shape's the other big thing. Because now they're kind of like, well, what is going on with this? But what they're saying is that the object is so reflective and the brightness is constantly changing as it's being monitored. And they believe it's where it's flipping and all that stuff. But a lot of people saying, if you build a freaking bright rocket and you go through space, there's going to be parts of it that's going to reflect and parts of it that's not.
Yeah, well, I think that makes a lot of sense. Like if we built anything, it's obviously going to look like that.
Correct.
One thing in the interview that the guy was talking about that made me sort of start thinking about things, because we've had other discoveries as well. Have we found planets that are emitting elemental compositions that on Earth are only found when life exists, like complex life exists. And they're finding that way out there. Now, I was excited about that, but the guy said something that we have to consider, that our understanding of how the universe works is based on a minuscule sample of the universe itself. So the things that we think are rules here if we go far enough out, they might not be rules at all.
Yeah.
So further out in the universe, elements being separated from what we understand could be quite normal.
Sure.
For one. Things that we think can't happen could. That planet that we've spotted, maybe, that means something different. But the opposite's also true. Like, we say that a ship can't get here because of the vast distances of space. Well, maybe that doesn't matter as much further out.
Right.
That kind of thing. But it also got me thinking as well, like that even happens, like we can take that down to a smaller scale. There's a place in Hawaii, I believe it is, that once a year, nothing casts a shadow.
Oh, really? Oh, because of the way the sun sits.
Right, because of the way the sun sits. Now, if the entire population of the Earth were just a few thousand people and they all live there, one of the laws that they say, well, for 2,000 years our people have lived here, and every single year there's one day that there's no shadows. We'd assume that that's a rule that happens all over the Earth.
You would assume so.
Until we venture further. So what are we going to find when we go out there? What are we going to find? Things are all topsy-turvy, like things that we can predict here don't work out there.
Which is possible, but it's like, if I look at a donut, I'm on the keto diet, so of course I want to talk about donuts and stuff.
So you're looking at a lot of donuts.
A lot of donuts.
But not touching them.
Can't touch them. No touchy rule.
Right.
If I look at a donut, and then I look at, let's say, a loaf of bread. I look at a biscuit.
Right.
There's certain ingredients that all of those need. And the reality is they all start as a form of a bread or some type of a carb bread. That's the equivalent when you look at like 3-Eye Atlas. Because again, in my opinion, if you need nickel and iron and they're that close when you're looking at the tables, how can you not have one without the other? That just, though here that's normal, I would have a hard time believing that in some parallel part of the universe, they're so close here.
Right.
How could they not be at least relatively close outside of our system?
Well, the only thing I'd counter to that is we know at least one circumstance where they're not. 3-Eye Atlas, it's not present there.
Yeah.
And where there's one, there might be more.
Could be.
Now, I mean, either which way you look at it, it's two disturbing things. There's no good answer to this. One, it's completely abnormal and it's an alien craft doing this unnaturally.
Yeah.
Like forced to do it. Or we understand so little about the universe that it's a unpredictable, scary place out there that anything could happen. Which of those is better?
Neither. I know the answer.
What's the answer?
It's a simulation, baby. Listen, we don't know what's happening.
That's right. We don't know how things are being rendered out there.
Yeah, I don't understand why you don't just go with the simulation theory, Nick. It's so much easier than trying to guess these things. I like
the simulation theory. I like it a lot.
I don't know. It sounds a little suspect to me. I don't know. I don't know.
You
never bring it as a possibility in any of these scenarios.
Well, I mean, I don't want to, because that's sort of a stopping point, isn't it?
Yeah. I'm done. Simulation.
I want to talk about the stuff in between, right?
I mean,
but
I don't know. I do find it odd. All the 3-Eye Atlas stuff, it does make me question a lot of things quite a bit.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's what's got my mind reeling on this. Like, all the possibilities are something we don't understand at all.
It's true.
But we may when it approaches.
I think the thing that bothers me the most whenever we talk about all these different things, right? It's almost like, how many times have we said, what's the odds that X, Y, and Z would occur, right? Like, prime example. It's at the closest possible point to being at Mars.
Right.
NASA shut down. If you worked for NASA, you know you're getting shut down. You're not going in that building and taking a little peeky peek.
I wouldn't leave. I didn't leave the office for COVID, and I wasn't doing anything near as important as what they did.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
There's probably people in there just monitoring their stuff. I bet you there's people who just said, oh, yeah, I'll leave.
Well, they did. But then coincidentally, what happened? All their Mars system shut down.
Now that's something else entirely.
Come on, man. The government, I believe, wants people to believe some things. And then other things is like, we're not going to tell you the whole thing. Like, we'll give you bits and pieces, but we're not giving you the full story.
It's like a never ending game of cards. Like they're like, well, I'll let you see this just so I can hide this. Like it's a big strategy back and forth. I mean, we started talking about 3i Atlas because of what that guy said on that extraterrestrial show.
Right.
That I don't know exactly what it was. He's like, if you're seeing this and it's unbelievable, what is the truth that this lie is covering up?
Correct.
And we still don't know.
Correct.
Because we assume this was a lie, but this might be the truth. Like people don't have a lot of control over this.
Well, and it's like, it goes right back to exactly what we was talking about before. When you look at things that the government is so good at covering up, like they're masters of it, like kind of fitting in the line with this. Have you heard of that? What was it? A newspaper? I think it was called like the Arizona Gazette back in 1906, 1908, 9, whatever it was. And how they talked about, they found the Egyptian stuff that was in Mount Rushmore, or not Mount Rushmore, in the Grand Canyon. I'm sorry.
Oh, I didn't hear a thing about that, but you caught my attention.
So there was this article, and it talked about a explorer. His name was like Kincaid, I think. Can't remember. He had initials. But he claimed that he had entered a vast underground, like a labyrinth, like a maze. He was walking through, and you got to remember back then, we're talking 1909, in that time frame, 1910, whatever it is. I think it was 1909. Now, since I said that sounds right. But 1909, supposedly he was walking and he found this doorway. And then when he went through the doorway, there was like this labyrinth of different tunnels and passages. And long story short, he said he found a whole bunch of things in there. And one of the things that he found was artifacts that looked very much so like artifacts found in Egypt. And in addition,
I have a follow-up for this too, just so you know. Don't let me forget.
Well, and he talked about there was hieroglyphics that he saw carved into the walls. So as he's doing all this and he's talking about it, it goes into this newspaper and whatever it was. I think it is 1909. I think it's either 1909, 1906. It's 1900 something. I don't think it's 1910. Anyway. But he finds all this stuff and he finds these hieroglyphics and it goes into these newspapers and then people starts kind of questioning it. And it kind of died off for a long time because what ended up happening is the Grand Canyon, there's parts of the Grand Canyon that nobody is allowed to go into now, which we've talked about this before with national parks and stuff, right?
Yeah. Whole reason they're set up most of the time.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like there's something to it. And then they started going back saying, oh, this newspaper in 1909, it was just a big hoax, that all of it was fake and it was just for interesting news. And that's what they used it for. And that's how newspapers sold back in the day. But it's like, what if it wasn't? And that's why you can't go to that part of the Grand Canyon now.
Right. So the spinoff of this, or not the spinoff of this, I don't know when this actually happened.
Yep.
But it was probably around that time frame. There was a missionary in the jungles in South America somewhere I can't remember exactly where, but he was led because he was quite well trusted to this cave under a waterfall. And that makes me wonder if all those caves under waterfalls in video games, if that's where that comes from.
It could be Zelda, baby.
And yeah, and he found treasures there. Like the locals didn't think much about it because they didn't really have much use for this stuff, but all kinds of treasures that he thought looked Egyptian and other locations. And he actually brought some back, and they made it back to regular society. But he didn't, unfortunately.
Oh, yeah. Go figure.
So no one was ever able to find it again or anything like that. But he recorded meticulously in his journals that were recovered that he speculated. Because back then, just like your guy, they knew a lot about Egypt. They hadn't seen all the stuff, but Egyptology was quite the rage back then.
Oh, yeah.
But this stuff shows up in varied parts of the world all the time.
Well, and that's the thing, like that, our favorite guy that we always talk about when we talk about Egyptian stuff. The heck's that guy's name? Hayawani, is that his name?
Oh, Zahi Hawass?
Zahi Hawass, that's it.
Yeah.
Where am I getting Hayawani from? Is that the UFC guy?
That sounds familiar.
It probably is. But listen, he's not fighting the UFC anymore. He's doing Egyptian stuff. No. But anyway.
Yeah, he's an Egyptologist. The head one, in fact.
Right. Well, what's funny is when they talk about those pyramids, well, they were for, the mummies and blah, blah, blah. They never found a mummy in a pyramid ever. So it's like,
true? They've never found one in a pyramid?
No.
Huh.
They couldn't do it anyway. Have you seen the shafts inside those things?
That they sealed them off.
Yeah. I mean, it's all, I think they always find mummies in the burial sites. Am I right?
Well, I know there's a lot of them that are found in the Valley of the Kings, which are just like little tombs underground and stuff like that. But I don't know. I had just always assumed the pyramids had them and they got to them somehow.
I'm searching the interwebs right now.
Yeah, me too.
Very rarely.
I just assume this.
And often it's just partial remains or bones. Pyramids in ancient Egypt was built primarily as tombs for pharaohs or monumental burial places, especially in the Old Kingdom. The idea is that the king's body would be placed or intended to be placed in the burial chamber inside or under the pyramid, often inside.
Oh, no, you are correct. I just assumed they were.
Yeah.
No, mummies have not been found inside the Giza pyramids or other major pyramids in the way commonly depicted.
Yep.
However, some pyramid complexes have yielded partial remains, such as the case of King Neferefra in his pyramid complex, which included fragments of his body. Yeah, so they said that they theorized that a lot of it's from looting. And then later on, pharaohs were buried in the hidden Valley of the Kings, which is the one that I know they found mummies in.
But what if it's not?
What they were doing with mummies when they found them? When people from Europe were finding mummies in that big mummy craze?
Wasn't they opening them and eating something?
They were eating them.
Yeah. So weird, dude.
Oh, that is super weird.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is fascinating what you just told me there.
Mm-hmm.
So that makes me wonder, how did they get into those with those shafts that they sealed off with the giant blocks to loot that?
That's the thing. But again, when you look at all the Egyptian stuff that's going on, you got one headpiece that will not let anybody else do anything other than because he's the expert, right?
Right.
And, you look at that stuff and you go, why in the world are we accepting one thought process on this? And we're just like, okay, yeah, good enough.
Yeah. He's had some controversial takes on it too.
Oh, for sure.
Because, and I'm not educated enough to argue with him or anything like that, but he has presented what he believes to be evidence that there were no slaves working on the pyramids. That it were all craftsmen that were hired and paid. And what he's presented is at the base of the pyramids, there were little tombs with inscriptions for the workers. who perished during the job.
Hmm.
Have you heard his claim on that before? This is very controversial.
No.
People do not appreciate this claim.
It just doesn't necessarily fit.
Hmm. Well, I mean, all the records that we know about said that that's how it was done. But then again, if we believe that it wasn't done by people, that could fit in more with that.
It could. I'm not going to say that it won't.
Yeah. I'd have to look into it more. I used to watch his show that he had on Discovery.
I never watched it.
He was a fascinating guy, but he's angry as old get out.
I don't trust him, Nick, so I never watched it. I think he's...
Even back then you didn't?
I didn't trust him, Nick. He had that face. He had them face holes that made me say, "You're a liar, good sir."
Well, a lot of people do say that. And a lot of people, and I have heard a lot of people, and I'm talking mainstream people, who say just like you, he will not let anyone check anything out.
Well, if you are a self-proclaimed expert, and I'm not even going to say self-proclaimed, like a lot of people would say he is for sure the expert when it comes to that stuff. But again, it's kind of like, when we talk about that haunting that we did, those 2 investigations, that changed my mind on what the experts told me in a lot of different regards. Yeah,
for sure. And if anyone's wondering if we're slightly less high energy than we normally are, both of us coincidentally realized that the other one was like going through more footage till the wee hours of the morning.
It's funny you bring that up. I was out of curiosity. It was late last night. It was before I talked to you, though. I was like, how much footage have I actually watched at this point?
I'm curious about that, too.
So with the cameras that I've completed, I'm at 72 and a half hours. And the current camera that I'm on, I finished at 4:15 in the morning. So I still got like another 4. That's not when I finished it. That's when the camera, I stopped at 4:15 on the camera that I'm watching. So I think that one started at like 7 something. Is like the end of 7 o'clock. It's like 7:40 something. So I'm probably sitting on close to like another 12 hours, 11 hours. So in reality, I'm probably almost 90 hours, like 86 hours.
Oh man, that's a lot.
It's a lot.
Last night I ended up staying up doing it till I think around 3 or 3:30, but I don't know if that amped me up or not, because I literally could not close my eyes till like 6:30 in the morning. And if you're from America or other places, you may not know, but today was Thanksgiving Day. And I woke up. Oh, man, I must say I got maybe 3 hours of sleep, and I woke up because I knew I had to go to Thanksgiving at my mom's house for a certain time. And I woke up and she messaged me maybe like 5 minutes after I woke up, and she's like, "The turkey's getting done early. You got to get here." And I'm like, oh crap.
Oh man. Did you make it in time?
Oh yeah. I mean, well, we would wait till everyone's there anyway. I made a green bean casserole.
Oh, look at Nick, man.
It was very popular. Very popular.
Look at that. Did you take a picture and put it on your Instagram?
I didn't.
Nick.
I could. I took a picture.
You need to put that on your Instagram.
Actually, hold on. I'll show you right now. And everyone at home. Looks a little darker in the picture than it is, but it's green bean casserole.
Oh, that looks good.
Yeah, the top is fried onions.
Yeah.
It's got the green beans, of course. It's got cream mushroom soup. It's got mushrooms. It's got regular onions. It's got bacon, double smoked bacon in it. Salt, pepper, all the regular stuff that goes into it. Came together really good. I checked on it 8 minutes before it was done. Thank goodness, too, because it would have been burnt to a crisp. But it was popular.
Look at that. My boy Nick does some green bean casserole.
Yeah. People from the show may not know that I am kind of a whiz in the kitchen. Or maybe they know from my size.
Nick's kind of a big deal, man. When we talk about food, Nick is a big deal. He's put some humdingers, as I like to call it, on the old Instagram.
Heck yeah. I was going to throw some MSG in there because MSG
scary
does make things better. It's better for you than salt. And I had it in my fingertips and I'm like, you know what? I actually thought about you. I said, in respect to Bert, I'm not putting that in this.
I appreciate that.
I'm leaving it without. I know you weren't there in body, but in spirit,
I was there in spirit.
Welcome to our Thanksgivings.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank your mom for allowing me to be there in spirit.
Oh, you took care of her boy when he went to America. You're in, man. You've got an open invitation always.
Yes. Next time. Maybe I'll show up next year for Thanksgiving.
Yeah. You, honest to God, you are more than welcome. You are more than welcome.
Mom be like,
that's my mom's favorite holiday.
Who the hell is this American boy?
Well, she'd know when your car comes up driving itself and you're just asleep in the car seat. So
yeah, I'd be like, oh, we here? Oh, we're here. How do we get across the water?
In Canada.
Oh, man. That's crazy. It's kind of one of those interesting things, though, when you look at holidays and traditions and the things that we do, like what you was talking about, having it on this day is just mind blowing to me because, ours isn't until November next month.
Yeah, that's weird. I never realized that we had separate ones until a couple years back.
Guess we're just thankful for different things, Nick.
Yeah, I guess so. Actually, speaking of things I'm not thankful for, we got on the topic today of the only thing in life that really makes me angry that I'm super passionate about. Like most things, I can accept most things. I'm a very
open book,
peaceful guy.
Yeah.
Like I'm
Keep the peace.
Nothing really gets to me. I'm very understanding things. I let people do their own thing. But when someone mentions trunk or treat to me, I want to spit on the ground. I get so mad.
I got really nervous with where you was going there for a second.
No, you know what trunk or treat is, do you?
I know, but it's really close to another word that's like condemned. I'm like, no, he said trunk.
Oh, geez, yeah, maybe
trunk or treat.
I'm saying TRUNK or treat. So
you make me nervous.
The part where I said that before, just in case there's any misunderstanding, and just leave in the part that I spelled it out.
Yeah.
But yeah, that, and I made my own conspiracy theory with my brother and mom's boyfriend and stuff like that. I said, when everything went wrong, when they started doing trunk or treat instead of Halloween.
That is true.
Because all these kids are growing up thinking that Halloween's about the candy. It's not about the candy. It's about the one night of the year where your parents let you stay up late. You can run around with your friends at night. Everyone's nice to you. They'll welcome you into your home despite what you look like. They give you presents. Everyone's always so happy to see everyone. There's a little harmless mischief. And as soon as someone, and I'd like to find out who it is, invented trunk or treat, people are all about it's about getting things. It's about getting things. They don't get that whole experience. And I think that's what messed up everyone.
See, here in America, there's a different stigmata to it for sure. Because sounds like I want to go to a Canadian Halloween. Because here in America,
they're fun.
Like what's crazy is here in America, of course, we got set times in my area that everyone does it. But like when we get all the candy home, we have to go through all the candy to make sure that someone didn't put a razor blade in there or like that. It's been that way since I was a kid.
I know. And the sad thing about that is, did you know that the rumors about that were one specific occasion and it was done by a family member before they even left?
Oh, wow.
Someone slipped it into their pillowcase before they left for the night, hoping that they'd pile all kinds of candy on it and they wouldn't be able to find out who did it, but they were able to.
Ugh.
And that whole thing started off that. But I'll tell you, when I was a kid, a certain age, like when kids are allowed to go outdoors on their own, when Halloween come around, all of our friends would gather at one house. We'd take off, and I lived on an island, Cape Island. Well, I don't know if I should be that specific about that, but oh well. Anyway, I don't live there now, but we would go, and we'd go all night, all the way around the island, and it took us probably like, man, must have took us like 10 hours.
Oh, wow.
Right. Like it was a long walk, and we walked the whole way from one end all around the outside, stopping for trick and treat. And we only left when the sun set. And now kids are not out trick or treating after the sun sets here. And we do a little harmless mischief. Like people would accept that, like they put out their pumpkins and pumpkins get smashed that night.
Right.
And that kind of thing. Things get toilet papered, soaping people's windows, that kind of stuff. But it was a great time. It's one of like some of the best memories I had as a childhood. But like all these kids do not get to experience that now because of this trunk or treat thing. People think it's more dangerous out there than it actually is.
Which I could understand that. I could see where that would be a problem.
Yeah. Man, I feel like I've turned this into a rant episode, but I hate that so much.
I mean, listen, I can understand. 10 hours, dude. I get tired after an hour.
Oh, well, number one, we were kids.
Yeah.
So we just had limitless energy. But plus, if you're doing something you like, you could do it for a long time.
My kids, they're like, dude, it's kind of cold out here. Can we go back home? This is when you know they got too much.
That's the thing. A few years back, I would take my friends' kids, like they'd be with them, but I'd take the kids around, and man, we get like maybe an hour into it, and they're like, "Okay, you got to carry me now." And like,
Nick's like, "No, I don't
have 9 hours when I was a kid." No, I mean, you know what that thing they say: if a kid hands you a phone and says it's for you, you've got to
you always answer the phone. Yeah,
like especially on Halloween, you don't want to let down a kid if they tell me to do that. I had a kid take a piece of candy, a kid I knew, and it was full of slobber and stuff. And they said, "You got to try this." And I was like, "Oh God." And I let that. That's how far I'll go to be nice to a kid on Halloween.
Me, I'd be like, "You little doggone heathen. I know there's slobber boxes all over this thing, nasty little thing."
I was so grossed out, I almost vomited, but I was like, I can't. I'm down there trying to be nice.
Speaking of something disturbing, Nick.
Uh-oh.
I think it's that time.
Oh, it is that time. Unfortunately, because of the holiday, I didn't get one. So it's all you tonight.
Oh, man, boys and girls. For anyone that doesn't know, I'm shaking my little Stranger Things. Like Nick said, I'm exhausted, and I still have a camera to finish tonight. My goal is to try to be done with all the static cameras by the 14th. Finish all the EVPs and stuff by the 15th.
Yeah, we're running double shifts now to get through the cameras and stuff. I think we're going to make it.
I think so. I just want the video to be really good. That's my goal. I want it to be top shelf, best that it can be.
From what I've seen, it's going to be regardless, but so many people keep asking about it all the time. I'm like, oh man, I hope we saw everything we thought we saw.
It's a tricky thing when we're trying to come up with this stuff. Because the video, doing the investigation's one thing, but then creating the content's a different.
Yeah. See, we need to do the investigations, and then we have a team that does this part.
Amen.
Yeah. Right?
Amen. Like I say, I'm almost, when I do the EVPs, I'll be at that point, I'll be at 100 hours of just reviewing, roughly. And that's crazy.
And a lot of this is sound.
Yeah.
Like I know there's a lot of crazy sound stuff going on.
A lot. All right. First card. Bob Newby.
Oh, everyone loves Bob.
These cards are so good, dude. I love these cards.
I know. Very nostalgic. That's what they should have kept doing.
I don't know why they did away with this. Susie, this is Dustin. Do you copy? Over.
That's when they set up on the little hill there.
Yep.
I do remember a lot of the stuff, even though it's been 63,000 years.
Slow down, Romeo. With Dustin and our boy.
I gotta find that out. When is Stranger? I think we looked this up at like last week too.
It's Will. It's really Will. Another great card.
We're not getting Stranger Things until November 26th.
I thought it was October.
That's what I thought too. That's what they've always done. Dang it. November 26th. I'm so close to giving up on this. It better be good.
So the interesting thing is...
No airport, right?
No, because this is the new one. The sticker I got was Surfer Boy Pizza.
Oh, I like that.
And the thing I got was Surfer Boy the van. In season 2, they had our boy, this guy.
Argyle.
Yeah. Oh my God, Argyle almost killed you.
Don't drop Argyle.
Almost killed you, bro. So he was in season 1 or season 2. Is it going to be the same? It can't be between season 1 and season 2.
No.
It can't be.
No, I bet you'll have a different cosmetic for him.
I'm curious if it's going to be better than season 2. So
I would be quite shocked if it's not him at all.
I mean, who else would they put in that place anyway? Let me put this there. We got our little stand. Looking
it's
good.
got to be him. It couldn't be anyone else.
I wouldn't think so. We do need to do my DNA card here real quick.
Oh, yeah, that's right. This is why we'll be cloning you in the future.
Because my friends, do not use water. I found out you just got to lick it. Okay. That is the best ever at these things. Oh, man. Thing's freaking Surfer Boy, too. Look at that.
Well, this has got to be him. Wait.
It's got to be.
Unless it's his buddy. That wouldn't make as much sense, though.
I wouldn't think so.
Jonathan. That's who it is. I forgot his name for a second there.
It is Jonathan. You're right. All right.
Think?
It goes this way.
All right. You opening the big one first?
Yep. Going straight for the gusto, boys.
All right. Let's see it. Drum roll. It is Argyle again.
How is that possible? They did him 2 years in a row?
Yeah. That's awesome, though. He's a cool character.
He is a cool character. He's one of my favorites. All right. What extras did they give me with him? The big thing.
Man, it's making me crave that New York pizza again.
Oh, it's got a Surfer Boy hat.
Oh, yeah.
And it looks like there is a little ridge for it. Look at that. Looking good. Looking good.
Since we've said pizza so much, if anyone who listens to the show can tell me if your state or province has the best pizza or your local pizza place, tell me where it is and why.
Nick has an opinion that the best is New York. New York City.
Man, I mean, I've tried in a few cities, but that's the only one that just blows you away.
I'm not even going to lie. I don't know why. Well, I know why they stopped doing these things after season 2.
Why?
Because people that bought season 1 had to be so ticked off when they got season 2 because they're so much better.
I know. They thought they could skimp out.
The little thing, a slice of freaking pizza that he can hold in his hand.
That's so cool. I love that.
That is such a good.
He's saying they not called him back for the last season, but I think he's lying.
He might be lying. He might be a doggone fibber.
Oh, no.
Argyle, why are you falling off the thing for him, brother? I want you guys to see season 1 versus season 2. And then you tell me. I feel like this is like if I saw season 2, I'd be like, that's clearly season 1.
Right.
They're still trying to figure everything out.
Are we getting the side by side here?
Yep. So, you son of a gun. Argyle. It doesn't, like, this one stays in so good, like I'm shaking it and it's not moving. Everything about season 2 sucks. He doesn't fit quite right.
Yeah, they must have outsourced it or something.
Like it's not fitting on there tight at all. So I'm going to try to be gentle as I can with season 2 and then season
Here
1.
we go.
Put it side by side. Look at the difference. It's literally night and day. I'd be ticked. Like season 2 should have been what season 1 is.
I know.
And season 1 wild? Should have been hey, we've come up with this genius idea. It's way better for season 2. What a jip.
Man.
Because all the season
still cool to have them all, though.
I better end up with all of them. I swear to goodness, if I go back to season 2 after I open all the season 1 and they're all freaking wills, I'm losing my mind.
So next week, guess what?
What?
I'm going to get to open 2 because I missed this week.
You will have to open 2. That's a requirement.
That's only fair, right?
That's only fair. Listen,
I should be allowed to do that.
You're the one that messed up, Nick. It's not our fault.
I want to be rewarded for it.
That's right. Well, what says everyone at home? Did you enjoy the topics we talked about? Is there something we missed? Are y'all looking forward to our investigation that's going to be coming out on Halloween night? I'm thinking about releasing that one later in the evening, Nick. What do you think? We typically release it like 12:45.
No,
but
it's got to be at night.
Yeah, I feel like that's after you get done trick-or-treating with the kids. You come home, you kick back, and then you watch a scary paranormal investigation. We've got some scary stuff too.
Yeah. I don't know what we're going to do for the audio folks. We should just record a clip that says, if you want to watch this episode, you have to go to YouTube.
I think what we do, Nick, and I'm going to do my best, at a minimum, I'm going to have something that we can at least watch and we can get the base idea. Like maybe I won't put any of the frills in it, but you and I will maybe watch an episode on the 27th. That gives me 2 weeks from now to do that. And then we can react and tell everyone on the special for the audio and say, listen, if you want to see what we're talking about, go over to the channel. But maybe we'll live preview that on the 27th.
Okay.
And then do that for the audio for the special.
That sounds like a good idea.
I think it's fair for the folks at home. But let me tell you, we got a spreadsheet, and that spreadsheet's about as full as you can get.
Tune in to find out more.
Absolutely. But hopefully y'all enjoyed the episode. Until we see you in the next one, goodbye.
Ooh. Goodbye.
I thought that was going to be that song there for a second. Ooh, from the 60s.
You know what I don't do 60s.
Come on,
I should have
Nick.
done that little tune that was on the recordings.
Oh, yeah, that would have been creepy.
I can't remember it now, though.
I can't either.